Don't worry, guys. We're here to save the day. What's going on? We just saw AMC have a 35% rip earlier today and now down 1.5%, coming up from 25.60. That is its daily low. So we're here to drive the price back up. My name is Andrew. Professor Meatball's over here asking for some tendies. You're likely wondering exactly what happened this morning. Well, we're going to be here trying to give you guys exactly that. A deep sneak peek into the price action of exactly how we were bamboozled, how we predicted that there was going to be a pseudo squeeze. Hopefully you guys didn't fall for it. And hopefully you guys are ready to see some true blue data from Ortex, from Mr. TradingView, and whether or not we could have predicted these sell-offs. So once again, scissors in the chat for those of you just entering in here. People are already shouting, buy the dip. Truly, this might be the last chance for you guys to come back to earth here. Let's take a look at whether or not we have that sell signal on AMC side. That's the first thing that I want to be able to know. 5-minute chart. This is cheat code algorithm. It slaps right on top of your TradingView. TradingView is free. Cheat code isn't. We're looking for that buy signal on the 5-minute chart, right? We can even go a little deeper for the 1-minute chart. And we had one briefly. So that's the 4 out of 4 buy signal would have propped you up from 26 bucks all the way to 28. I mean, that's substantial, but that's why we don't try to look too often on the 1-minute chart. We had another 4 out of 4 here. Both of these would have taken you up about a couple of bucks. And then we are having some serious resistance at 31.39. Think of the positive side. Think of how exactly we were able to cross $20 a day before and then $30 a day after, right? This is monumentous, and people are already starting to buy that dip. I think that this is one of the best opportunities for you to be able to jump back into AMC, but I am not the tendy train conductor, right? That needs to be all of you. This is the apes coming in, driving that train together, and let's start off with me. Create a new buy order. You guys, some of you are coming from around the blockchain from yesterday. Hope you guys enjoyed that show. We are going to try to get Mr. BitBoy himself on the show later today. It's on my calendar. I wonder if he responded as to what time he thinks he's going to be coming on. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Sweet, sweet. Hold on a second. I have not received a response, so I don't know. Not yet, though. Not yet. Maybe. There's you guys are sending me emails about Ape Festival. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. You guys excited for the Ape Festival, though? Everyone's staying calm, staying cool, collected. Almost 1,000 of you in here. G Super Linville bought the dip. As the dip is starting to come up here, let me unlock. Can I please unlock my... This is proper shenanigans. Okay, there's my unlock, which the password is always 1 2 3 4 5 6 4 5 6. Okay. It's called averaging up, ladies and gents. We've been doing some bark for buys. Meatball hasn't barked yet, but that's just a little kicker for the road. Thank you guys for almost 84,000 subscribers. It might happen during this stream, in which case, if it does, and the dip is still underway, I'm gonna be buying some more AMC. Just bought 10 more, looking to buy 100. Yeah. I might buy 100 if we can get to 84,000 in this stream. All right, so 100 AMC is on the line. We're looking at a pretty significant dip on GME as well, so maybe we'll show some GME love as well. Hey, ladies and gents, how are you doing? BTS Sandwich is saying, ready for the moon? What's going on? Simple hedge effery. Yeah, let's take a look at Ortex and understand how many shorts are available and how many shorts have just been used. So AMC's Ortex data here, let me refresh. 17.16% last time we checked, now up to 17.88. That's a 3% change. You know that shorts are continuing to pile on the amount of total shorts, naked or otherwise. This is just the number that Ortex is able to report. Right, it's pretty substantial. It's crazy to think about here. Another 2%. That's 21.34, almost 1.234. Make a wish. 21% in terms of short interest of the free float for GME. Looking like both of these stocks are having some massive days when it comes to the options chain here. The oncoming gamma squeeze. People have probably been talking about that all day here. 0313 boy says, I just sold my girlfriend to buy more AMC. Yep. Good jokes, obviously. We always can't knock you for pretending like you're paper handing. Ugh, the taste and some humor these days. So we have this in the money put I wouldn't consider this a wall because it's already oh, actually no. This is out of the money $150 strike put wall at $11 million. So someone's betting big that GME is going back to 150, and we have the options chain expanding 50%. So we've seen for the last 3-4 months that the options chain ends at around $40, right? We're seeing people start to put significant cash up at $60. So this options chain for AMC is starting to rise up to Valhalla. Moonbound, here we go. Okay, averaging up is the name of the game right now. I mean, there's very few stocks that can make you as much money as the AMC has for you guys, for the apes out there. Is Jim Cramer helping fuel the AMC stock rally? CEO thanks the CNBC host. Oh, really? Adam Aaron thanked Jim Cramer? Hold on. This is the dimension that I didn't think we were going to exist in. Both stocks heading downward, but we see that each time GME has come back to its 23.6% retracement, it has gone back up. So I'm not feeling too shabby. I'm not feeling like there is going to be a strong dip below. If anything, we're going to consolidate right here, or positively, we could bounce right back to 237. What up, Mo Money? What up, Peter Van Hook? T-Bone Steak bought the dip. Time is coming, folks. What's up, holy crap? What's next? JP says, just picked up 100 shares at 25.60. Me too. Like I said, we're going to pick up 100 shares at the next milestone here. I just bought 10 shares myself. Gotta say, I at least bought the dip because this is really one of the last times you can jump back in to a price this good. We like to see that. We like to hear it. And we're still doing bark for buy. So if Meatball barks, last time we were doing bark for buys, it was $10. So it would be a $100 transaction each time. Now it's a $250 transaction, and it continues down. So 23.6% retracement, giving a little bit of trouble, right? It's feeling like it has to push through 2 levels of support right now to be able to push further. But this bearish trend is already coming to a close. We already start to see a little bit of resurgence here from the this 231 level of support. Pretty fair in terms of the consolidation here, from a 31.45 all the way down to 24.98. So that is a $7 correction that soon will be one of the last chances you were able to tell your grandkids, you know, back in my day, I had a chance to really buy the dip. And then I looked at my dog and I said, I'm doing this for you. Nobody's selling. So take a look at the positive green in your accounts here. You can also take a look at that volume. It's right underneath my price action. Take a look at the highest red candle here. That is, well, actually, I don't have volume up. Let me change that volume just so I can look at it real quick. 4 million red candles. So that's 1, 2, 3, almost 4, 5. 4 million red candles, now starting to trend at 3 million green candles. So picking up from a 2480. So if that is going to be multiple touch points from the day, I'm going to go back and take a look. I don't think so. I don't think we've stopped very much at 2480. Looks like we are already starting to retake our simple moving average, coming right up at the 2781, as if there was no other, as if there's no other way to live other than just shooting back up beyond the 2781 here. What does cheat code say? Let's go back and check. So we have AMC here on the 1 minute chart, right? A 3 out of 4 buy signal here. I mean, this is roughly right around where I bought. So that would have dipped, and now we're not seeing another buy signal yet. Look at the 30-minute chart. That 30-minute is like a consolidation of all the signals and seeing how they peter out. Now, you would have seen the sell signal here. You wouldn't have taken it, obviously, because you're good boys and girls, but you might have taken the sell signal as a sign that there's going to be a trip back around before we head to Tendy Town. Take a look at GME. GME had that 5-minute sell signal, but it's 1 out of 4, so it's very weak. And the 30-minute chart, earlier sell signal, but it's 2-ish out of 4, pretty weak as well. Back down to it, like I mentioned, 23.6% retracement, giving GME a boost back up to the simple moving average. AMC not finding the volume it needs to be able to push strongly, a clean break above its simple moving average currently at 25.86. Not quite there yet, but it does have a beautiful poetry about how much distance it's taking from the simple moving average, about $2 to the next level of resistance, and then $2 more to the 161.8% retracement. That's a price level that we were trending underneath almost an entire day yesterday. Oh, Diamond Hands from Canada, says Electronic Mailer. Peter says, what just happened? The hedgies just happened. So let's take a look at Stonko Tracker. 0 shares available to borrow yesterday, 0 shares available are today. Anytime that share pops into the existence, it is gobbled up. Currently, we're seeing the CTB rise. Cost to borrow is now at 11.27%. Nowhere near the crazy levels it was before, but we have expert criminals on the case here. We have the best, the most evil short whales that you can imagine out here trading on the dark pools, helping themselves to the profits here, and still having to gobble up as many proper shares, borrowable shares, as they can, leaving us with 0 shares available here. This number was above 200,000 when we were $5 higher, but we still have a significant amount of calls expiring for today. 10x more on AMC side, but the price action is 10x more on GME side. So actually roughly the same amount of calls are expiring in the money for both AMC and GME. Canada, baby. Maui Sam says, almost 65 years I've been fighting this fight against the man. Come on, silverback vets. Let's fight with our money, not bullets. Heck yeah. Oh, man. I like to hear that. Wait, hold on. Maui Sam, you're getting up here. You're coming up. You're the first one. First pin comment today. Let's get you up here where you deserve. 65 years, Maui Sam. Canada, baby. Where are my Canadians at? Where are my Lithuanians at? Where are the Eastern Europeans at? Okay. So just consider for a second $24.80. Let me go on the hourly and see if that was a price level that we have tried to hit earlier. A little messy to see, but yeah, I'm starting to see that this was something that we struggled with during the pre-market, as in the after hours from yesterday. And that's, again, as a reminder, we haven't seen this price action yet until yesterday. So drawing levels of resistance and support is like trying to throw a dart at a dartboard right now. But I can see that if you consider the data from the after hours, you would be able to draw a line of support right here. Let's see if that tracks on the 1 minute. Boom. Okay, I missed the mark a tiny bit, a little bit higher. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so now brand new level of resistance here at 28.21. We had 3 touch points, including the 2 that were from the after hours from yesterday, and the 2 from today. So if you consider the after hours data trends more erratically and less representative of the data from the actual day, that's something to consider. So we have the RSI bouncing off of 30 each time AMC has a period of soft consolidation, like optimistic energy upward, but we were caught by 28.24, turned brand new support, turned brand new resistance, and now we're trending right up underneath the level at 25.58. So not bad, not great, but not bad. Oh wait, this is the new one I built. Well, this one is perfect. Elliot Grossman, are you Elliot Wave Theory? Should rebound and keep going. This dip seems to be in line with the history of it. Yes, so I'm imagining that there is going to be a sharp break above its simple moving average here, because it's starting to double cap on top of it. The bulls would be remiss. They would be real dumb to allow the bears to control the price action right now. Because if this simple moving average converges here with 25, it's going to be way harder to break above if we get rejected at this level. Maui Sam says he's buried a brother, military friends, and a daughter. We are doing this for a better life for all, not just some. Love and peace, Andrew, and to your family and our ape, TBT, GOD. Oh, man. Erratic Studio says, serious moment, lost a friend, and we lost a fellow ape yesterday. He passed away due to COVID. He was a good cop, an ex-Marine, and a father. I know he's keeping an eye out for us. Erratic, you're going to get your message pinned as well. Serious moments are well appreciated here. Boom. Sorry for your loss. Condolences for every one of you that, especially the one from so recently, but there are tragedies that we can take as fuel for the fire. Or how much, if you guys saw the very first part of the House of Cards Part 2, you know that this has been going on for far too long. The criminal activities that we are now bucking against, just using our horns, 1, 2, like we are having trouble finding the right words to be able to voice our anger, our frustration, but our optimism that this is now the time to have invested in these 2 stocks, right? You see this dip. This is collectively a 40% dip from this morning, right? And I'm here to give you the doctoring that this price action needs, right? If you guys were curious about what had happened, it was the bullish indicators from yesterday that we all talked about, but also the ability for these hedge funds, especially Citadel, having a position in tripling their position in AMC very recently to be able to take a lot of their stock and then to offload them whenever they want, triggering something akin to a panicked sell-off. And that's something that you guys understand now that you might not have understood before, right? The ability for Citadel to be able to do this is something that they can loom over our heads. They can do this again, to be sure, right? If they have shares and they don't have an obligation to have to cover, this is a way that they can hold long positions until it is advantageous for them to dump. And when they do see positions of technical weakness, for example, like the SMA now covering the 25.52 level of resistance, they will take this opportunity to strike. So do not take an inch. Do not allow them to take an inch. Hold on. This price action is staying pretty comfy cozy right between 231 and 234. Whereas this price action is starting to really start, you are really starting to see multiple levels of resistance and supports where all of this was untrafficked space. So we've essentially colonized outer space now. This is the beginning of the colonization. Oh, GameStop's down 8.88%. Make a wish. Very auspicious number. Courtney, Life Journey, and Perception. We hold. They doing their Hail Mary. They shortened today. Gonna be the highest ever. Losses. They gonna learn. Couldn't have said it better myself. Okay, why is this in euros now? Oh. So we are keeping a close eye on whether or not there's going to be a buy signal from cheat code algorithm. If you wanted to keep a forever eye on cheat code algorithm for the buy signal, you can just grab it yourself in the description down below. As a reminder, it is not free though. But I made some great attendees on crypto over the past weekend. Let's see. People don't understand we holding till at least a couple grand, Jinx. That isn't even the floor for half of these apes, ladies and gents. You have just noticed this is Joel McNair, but my hairstyle is going to the moon. Boy, can't I wait for a hairstylist on the moon, please. Let's see. Cover your maintenance fees. Wow, telling people to actually live and be alive. Jeez. What up, Andrew Mo Money, says Roberto Gamma. Good to see you in the mornings again. What's up, Roberto? Wish I could stay with you guys all day. I am just slammed right now. 83,888 subscribers, make a wish. So once again, at 120 more, I'm going to buy another 100 shares of AMC, buying this hungry dip here. Thaddeus Gosto says, I've noticed today that VIX is on a downtrend and SPY is nearly all-time highs again. Usually VIX spikes and SPY goes down when we squeeze. What do you think about this? So that actually gives us a pretty clear sign that margin calls is not yet on the way for some of these. But if you guys take a look at the crypto prices on my left, right? I'm not happy looking at them, but this is once again something that I actually talked about yesterday during the Around the Blockchain show. That is one of the first indicators that a pseudo margin call or the beginning of a proper margin call is actually started, because these hedge funds also have crypto, right? ARK Investments, for example, an ETF, they just bought $20 million of Bitcoin like a couple of days ago, maybe yesterday. So when you think about that, them offloading their crypto is preparing for a major attempt at causing a debt to be filled, like a margin call, or an attack on the same meme stocks that we care about, right? It costs money to throw money around. Zero gravity haircuts will be difficult. What do you mean? We just got the vacuums. Like, let's see. Jody Anderson's wondering how many shares I hold. It's in those positions right here for AMC and for GME there. So now that we see a little bout of hedgy hacking, hedgies attacking, we are now having the price action take a peek above the simple moving average, and this is what I was hopeful for, right? We already started to dip below, and if we continued, we would have a hard time catching up to the SMA again. Now that we have, we're looking at positive price trends for both GME and AMC right now. Why is AMC tanking? Again, I'm going to probably be answering this question a ton. Shares are starting to become available. So there was 0 shares available to borrow. You saw that AMC's short interest was rocketing up, right? 3% up. It has been one of the higher numbers that we've seen for these past few days. And we had no shares available. That means that they're just weaning off of their borrowable shares. We know that they can create shares anytime they want. Have you read House of Cards yet? They can just create as many shares as they want. That's naked shorting here. But as we've seen from the price action, they are starting to lose their cool. They're starting to lose their grip on that price action. They were able to do it all of February, right? Then they almost lost the grip in March and they fumbled the ball, right? This is higher, 50% higher than January's squeeze potential, right? When it was at $36 this morning, that is close to 100% higher than the January squeeze, right? Double. Can you imagine if you were tempted to paper hand back in January and then the people came back down to you and said, yeah, double your money. Just give us 4 months. Just give us like almost 5 months. And you would have thought, yeah, I could double my money in 5 months. Heck yeah. And that's where we are right now. Those of you that are bag holders, those of you that had sustained major patience, like efforts to strain your patience, efforts to strain your wallet, it cost you nothing to hodl. And that's why you've gotten so far. Joseph Turner says, how far could this estimate? Joseph, I have to just tell you that if you're thinking in the thousands, you are thinking way too small. And that's something that I want to be able to make it clear that my floor, I'm not going to tell you. My selling, my exit strategy, I'm not going to tell you my particular one. I've already told you guys I'm going to sell from the bottom, but you're not going to see it, right? You guys decide what is life-changing money. Can you imagine how many people would be like absolutely outrageous, like outrageously angry if I had to then educate everybody on the same exit strategy? Like that would just be unfair, because suddenly I'm just elevating the potential infinite squeeze to a finite number, and that makes no sense. Can you tell about what GME price is going down? Actually, GME's price has been on the defensive for a good amount of time. And that makes sense because we see that GameStop's short interest has actually started to get to an all-time high in terms of this month at least, right? We were below 20% almost all month, and now we are seeing that the shorts have started to hammer in on GME's price action. Each time we have an opportunity to start breaking above the higher levels of resistance and support, we just get hammered back down. And that makes sense to an extent. That makes sense to the level of you need to be able to temper expectation of where GME is going to follow the technical analysis and when it is going to have trouble breaking through, because we are seeing the same charts, right? If a plucky little boy and his dog can create this chart with the same level of resistance, the same Fibonacci retracements, you can bet that hedge funds with their sophisticated technology, and they're probably also using Webull, let's be honest, they're getting their 2 free stocks. That is also going to be the same equation that they're factoring into as well. Roberto Gama says, GME has 20 million floor, folks. That's what Roberto said. Don't get teary-eyed over small depreciating assets, Apes. We're talking about a never working again here, says Zach. Reported short interest, total short interest is likely in thousands of percentages. True, but imagine if you were hiding 1,000 percentages, and we have already seen some pretty compelling DD that they are. How could you allow the actual percentage reported by Ortex to continue to rise? That means that you're really starting to spill over the amount of shares that you can hold. How do I get the SMA indicator? Well, you guys got to go to indicators, and then you pick moving average, and then you can edit that to be the 15-day moving average there. And there you go. It's a little blue line here. You do have to get Webull first, though. So if you guys don't have it yet, it's right down in the description. You get 2 free stocks. It's pretty cool. Yeah, actually, I should pin it. Let me pin it real quick. Kyle Foss is asking a question. Let me see what he's asking. Carl Foss is saying, what do you think about the possibility that hedge funds drop price below retailers' average and trade it between it? E.g., BB at average 11, they drop it to 6, trade between 11 and 40% profit for them. We have seen this back in the March gamma squeeze, that hedge funds that were short were starting to play around with actually getting profits. And that comes back to married put conversions as well. You can play the options chain and also be able to make some pretty significant money. So there are ways to be able to game the system. We're not talking about gaming here. We're talking about gamer girls unite. Where are my Godzilla girls here? Godzilla girls, throw some I don't know, lizards in the chat. Kong Cucks, you gotta throw some apes in the chat here. Manny Rain is saying, increased my average, doubled the AMC. Let's go. Rocket, rocket, pew, pew, pew. Okay, so now that we're looking at the brand new level of $28, look at that. My buying the dip back in 24 already paid off. 2770 is now starting to give AMC's price action a little bit of trouble. But look, we just had a 10% swing, and it's almost like you couldn't tell. There's just so few levels of resistance between these major price gaps here. I could consider this as 2 touch points. That does look like 2 touch points here. I'm gonna wait for a third one to call 2648. That's starting to look like resistance here. I would like to see a strong bounce off of 2652 before that happens. There's the lizards here. Let's see. Manuel Soto says, this is work, and you want to reinvest your money and put to work. Not wanting to work is why they don't want us to get rich. Now we're getting it. Music Hunter saying, so glad I helped my 1,000 AMC stocks to the moon. 1,000, and you probably bought right below 10 bucks or even lower, which means you are looking at some pretty sweet profit, my friend. Hey, Andrew, would it easily hit the 30,000? Right, well, we talked about that we're not going to divulge my price predictions here, but I am very excited about short-term smashing through that VWAP here, getting a clear understanding that this is the correct price for AMC, right around 30.57. Imagine the number of shares that you guys have as just a portion of the potential riches that you guys have, right? Imagine that you're diversifying your portfolio each time. Averaging up is nothing to be ashamed about. It just means that, you know, you were risk averse before, wrongfully. Next time you'll learn. Next time you're gonna learn. Okay. Oh boy. And now that Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market is down, it's almost tempting to just buy in some more. Krimmer says, I like money. You guys are too much. Oh. Cracking me up here. Token sheep. Yeah, I remember you guys coming in with the sheep bots. You're like, sheep, sheep, sheep. Maybe I will in the future. Jezebel coming in here. Usual time today. It's bonds closing early. John DeSilva in here. That big dip today from 36 to 25 proves to me I have diamond hand. I'm almost a XXX shareholder of AMC, so each $1 is huge. John DeSilva got the right idea. T Selfer, nice to see you streaming during trading hours, Andrew. Hi, all. Gotta be what it is. Gotta be what it is, how it do, right? We were here, we cradled the AMC's price action as it went from 24.50 all the way back up to 27.87. Right now, it's having a little bit of trouble telling which way is up and which way is down, coming back down to the simple moving average. Big Pooh Gorilla says, does ZTC 500 prevent FTDs from being disguised by out the money calls? I believe you're talking about 005 and is it DTC 005 or NSCC 005? One of those two is the time stone on the Infinity Gauntlet. So that does prevent FTDs from being disguised as in the money calls. I like how almost it's kind of like a pop quiz, like an actually. What's wrong with this statement? DTC 005 prevents FTDs from being disguised by in the money calls. However, that is still under debate. I believe the last time we saw a counter DD about whether or not 005 actually does that. Beer Nut says, holding my 122 shares till since February 11th, 38 average. He's going places. Mrs. K, Krabapple, thanks for all you do. 1,175 shares and holding. Mrs. Krabapple never taught me how to read. I don't know how to read. So GameStop, look at this price. Look at these prices. Can you tell which one's which? It's embarrassing that like, this can't just be explained away by, like, these stocks are very similar. They're not similar. They're not very similar at all. The only thing similar about them is their short interest exposure. But other than that, they're not very similar at all. So, like, and yet you see the same amount of consolidation here between 248 and 244, and then from here 32 to 30 bucks, and then it goes all the way back down underneath that line here with one downtrend all the way down to 236. That same downtrend here for AMC all the way down to 26, and then a recovery up to 28.30. This was rejected both times by a resistance right above their heads, and then back down to a slightly lower level. This is the same exact chart. These are the same charts. A robot would be able to tell the difference. A human can tell the difference. That's why the fact that GME isn't ripping as hard is actually a fantastic thing to be able to allocate all your tendies from one to the other after one of these squeezes is over. If you saw both of them squeezing at the same time, you just don't have enough money to be able to reallocate all of your earnings from one to the other. It just doesn't make any sense. All right, I know it's early in the morning, but I want to pop that Glenn. So if I'm popping that Glenn Levitt at 1,000 likes, we're actually super embarrassingly close to 84,000. So if we get 84,000 subs in the next 23 minutes, it's game over for AMC. For me to buy some tasty additional shares to average up. Ashley Kitschy coming in. Couldn't AMC and GME be moving in sync for manipulation of XRT? Of XRT, because of ETFs that contain both GME and AMC. That's been the prevailing theory, right? And it just, like, you can look at the volume of ETF shares, actually. Right, so we have here, we have borrowable shares, how many available in the ETFs, so about 53,000, roughly the same in terms of GME here. We take a look at AMC, roughly the same every day, right? So they're roughly like, there's like maybe a 50-ish to 30-ish overlap, and that gives you a sense as a proportion of how many shares available properly from GME and AMC side. And then you consider how many of those ETFs are likely holding both GME and AMC. Like, it explains part of it, but definitely not like one-to-one matching of the price action itself. That's manipulation. And then you can put that on a shirt. That's manipulation. Oh man. Light beyond dark. Subscribe. Paper hands will regret having sold, says Ricardo Cisneros. Well, that's the point, right? We're looking at FOMO. You can FOMO as a bag holder too. I was a bag holder for 4 months. You see the price, you see my average price below what GME's price is trending at. I'm happy as a clam. It could have been way worse if you decided to sell low, buy high, right? That's the strategy to essentially make you a zerillionaire. You have a $0 million. Guys, Andrew won't give me financial advice, says Sanguine. That's you're dang right. Oh no, the Scorpio already sold his sell button. That's okay, I don't think you'll need it. Garvar, you cannot link stuff in the chat, unfortunately. I can't even see a single link because YouTube just takes that all away. I'm not sure why or how you can toggle that off. I don't think you can. I've never seen any links in any YouTube chats. Okay, so 237.87. We're going to do another fighting chance here. Take a look at how the MACD is starting to like have a sharp separation from its signal line here. I just had a huge mind fart. But that difference here of GME having a bullish run soon, compare that to the MACD crossing over the signal line here on AMC side, right? That's a bearish trend. Music Hunter, Andrew, you have no idea how much of an inspiration you are to everyone. You helped me get through these dips and helped an amateur rise. Nothing but respect and admiration to you. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Music Hunter. You know, you've been here for, you're a maverick. You have been here for such a long time. Thank you for, you know, getting yourself through those dips. Because at the end of the day, right, the stock market is only a series of assumptions and bets, because it's a gamble. And you guys have gambled in the right way. Without any help from anybody, right? Definitely without help from your friends and family. Now, if you had supportive friends and family, go away. But definitely my parents were not super supportive in the beginning. You can definitely expect that there's going to be very similar like trends of how many people are actually going to be supporting you versus not supporting you. Hopefully some of them have turned around, right? I actually had an email from, I think, an ape that just said congrats on the squeeze, and I almost like flipped the table because I'm just like, it's not the squeeze. We're not even close. Anybody that's saying congrats on the squeeze, educate them with this clip. Go and send this to them and say, hey, this is not the squeeze. We know what it looks like when the mother of all short squeezes starts, and it starts with that short interest plummeting down to the ground. And if that's still rising every day as that price action continues to rise, it's a good indicator that the fight inside the hedgies is still substantial. This is a Wendy's. Juan Martinez, can hedgies buy in between their short positions for some profit and then keep shorting for the price not to go high? Yeah, that's exactly how it is. In fact, they can buy in and then sell a married put conversion, because then they have the shares to cover. They sell you a call, they buy a put, then they exercise all of their shares in that put immediately. So they sell 1,000 shares. Let's say they have 10 contracts. They sell 1,000 shares. The price takes the hit. Your call will never be in the money, and then they pocket those 1,000 shares. So that's just how it works. And so that's why playing in the options chain can be very dangerous if you're not sure who is selling you the call, even if you think you're trying to help the squeeze. Sometimes buying and holding is the best strategy. Educated gambling is the king. Ryan Mac 87 saying, my dad telling me AMC is worthless for months. He's a financial advisor, owns his own business, only handles portfolios worth $1 million or more. This was awesome to prove him wrong for once. LOL. Ryan, that's such a good story. You guys are telling one of some of the best stories right now. Ryan Mac. Let's get you pinned up here. Some of you are telling like some pretty heartfelt stories. I'm just like, whoa. That's crazy. And then that's all I can say. Whoa. Okay. Daniel says, I got my dad to buy AMC yesterday. Not only did he get in at 18, he bought triple what you have, and he already has more profit than you in one day. Sometimes money talks, right? You move money around, you make money. That's pretty funny, though. Juan Martinez, thanks for replying, bro. You got it. Oh, yeah. Wyatt's coming in with the psychological game here. It shouldn't be a psychological game. It should just be, do you like the stock? Do you think it's gonna continue to appreciate? You think it's a really good price right now? All right, I'm gonna get that 100 shares purchase ready before it rockets again. Can I create this order? Oh, it's down here. I'm dumb. So 24 subscribers away, 100 shares of AMC. That's a small drop in the hat, but I want to come back and see where AMC is at later today. If AMC gets to a specific price point in my head, I'm just gonna, I might just buy a shoot ton. It's always easier to buy when it's green. Isn't that weird? That when you see like major dips on our boy, for example, like GME over here, and you're like, man, don't want to buy that, but yet you want to buy the dip, right? Both of these stocks had had some substantial dips just compared to today, right? Just today, so AMC and GME. And yet people are like, yeah, I'm not sure. And that's the difference between making big money and making life-changing money. Is market closing normal hours today? I believe so. And then I think market's going to be closed until Tuesday. Correct me if I'm wrong. It is Memorial Day. Anybody have fun plans? Memorial Day weekend. AMC next week going to be interesting. Oh, heck yeah. I think it's going to be the only thing people can think about for a long time. Remember, some people couldn't stop thinking about AMC when it was just AMC, when it was just about like the price staying pretty steady. It stood basically at $10 for like an entire month. And then now that it's rising up to 50% a single day for like 4 days straight, yeah, you can bet. You just think about how much money you just made. Right, roughly 200% if you have an entry point roughly where I am. The War Car saying they will drop in the price heavy because today is the last trading day of May. They failed to realize that we have mastered hodling. Nice try though, Ken. That's why we're excited to see if AMC can get up to the, what is this? Back over the Stonko tracker to 200,000. We did it. Okay, well that was easy. I was like, can we get back up above 200,000 calls expiring in the money? And then we did it. So how many for GME then? Okay, so GME's price hasn't changed. All right, so 200,000 calls expiring in the money for today. That's huge. That's the biggest amount of calls expiring in the money that I've seen since tracking this stock. Weston Sparks, back in February, he created an old school electro track he dedicated to his 8 brothers and sisters. Project is called Tony and Eileen's Wedding, and the track is Penny Farthing on SoundCloud. So go right now to Penny Farthing on SoundCloud and look at Tony and Eileen's Wedding. Thank you, Weston. Just learn how to turn off the stock lending program in Webull. You have to. If you haven't yet, you gotta. All right, 5 subscribers away. I am going to put my finger on the button here. Oh, good thing price action just started to dip. Save myself a little extra. Alrighty. Oh, it's negative for the day. Summer rains, you can never predict them. All right. Thank you guys for 84,000 subs. NASA, Reddit, we did it. Professor Meatball, fist bump. You got it. You know what's up. All right, ladies and gents. Your boy just added 25% to his position. Feeling good about it. Really averaged up, honestly. But that's the way it goes. Grimmer says, stocks are open till 4, bonds close at 2. Guys, go ahead. Throw those apes in the chat right now. We're close. 6,000 more, and then we get to our 90,000 subscriber giveaway. And I finally figured out how to actually look at which subscriber is which in my subscriber count. If you guys have it public, I can see who you are. Dun dun dun. Melanie McKinney, thank you for becoming a Mo Monkey. It has many of the same letters as your name. So you're now Melanie Mo Monkey, and legally, and now you are a Special Operations Infantry member of the Moon Platoon. Okay, let's see. Can you explain that in the money expiring stuff? If it hits 28 bucks, those 200,000 calls are shares that are bought. They are already been bought likely, depending on what their strike price is. But if they stay in the money, that means that in order to stay delta neutral, all of these hedge funds or any short whales have to buy the shares in order to exercise or sell them or whatever it is, right? They have to have them on hand now. And if they've been delta hedging, which is the purpose of a gamma squeeze, the impetus of a gamma squeeze, you need to be able to understand how one stacks into the other. Hey, Drew. Yeah, they're shorting the stock. Have you seen how many shares are available? So this is back down to 700. I like how it's like finite numbers. It's like, yeah, not zero. It's just, we only needed 1,300 shares. Thanks so much. Let's see if AMC has a indicator yet. The 5 minute, we have the buy signal here, where actually I think I bought right around here, about 25. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, cheat code algorithm. Gave us the buy signal that we needed. Looking at GameStops on the 1 minute. Seems a little precarious. 5 minute chart looking like a buy signal from the last 20 minutes. This is from 15 minutes ago. They likely saw that the MACD was starting to diverge, but now it's crashed back through. That MACD is starting to pan out right now. Come back around for the signal line. Right, let's pull this down. Let's see. Curious, how many shares does Andrew have? Here it is. My position there, my position there. Let's just take a look at the news here. Nokia stock pops over a big resistance. Is a short squeeze next? Oh, so Nokia needs to be on people's radar apparently. I'll just take a little peek at Nokia. 2%. Ooh, really starting to squeeze, I see. Ooh. Well, actually, well, no, it's only about 25% up from the last, like, month. Yeah, that's not really the groundbreaking price movement that we're looking for. People are both talking about Nokia. AMC shares pop again Friday as a Reddit favorite. More than doubles in a week on huge volume. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. So I will be back for you guys during Power Hour, which is the most exciting part. But you guys have to now raise your right hand. This is my left, but raise your right hand and swear that I am going to be back on the Andrew Mo Money channel in roughly 2 hours. Because I love you guys. I'm going to take that shot because I think we're almost at 1,000 likes. All right, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Hope you guys are jacked to the T's. Bottoms up. Price action will be wherever it is. But just so you know, I am bullish AF. I cannot wait to see where this is going for the rest of the day. And you know that Power Hour is going to be humongous. Absolutely huge because of where we had been for cheat code algorithm telling us where the buy signal is for GME. Let's see if this takes, right? Because it's far into the oversold Bollinger. You can see that there is going to be a major change for GME soon. AMC, we just bought here at this 4 out of 4 buy signal, right? This is where I jumped on to stream, and it's already starting to take off a bit. Now has started to consolidate here. I'm feeling very positive for AMC's price action as well. So both of these guys have retracements to have to worry about. AMC is currently trending underneath its 161.8% retracement, and GME is looking like bouncing off of 23.6%. So GME is a coil ready to be wound and ready to rip. AMC, in my opinion, I think that there is going to be huge potential there as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll catch you guys back in the Power Hour, where I'm probably going to buy GME, right? And I'm probably going to buy more AMC as well. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Thanks for 84,000, and we'll see you in the money. Peace.